Yesterday I got this thing going in one pull. I'm jinxed myself for today though, I know it. To 19 meter, FreeRide to 19 meters. So, what do I think? Yeah, first off, I don't think the toggles themselves. I do like the toggles themselves. Do not like the way the brakes stow. I do not like these new ozone risers as far as the way the brakes stow. I like the old style magnets way better. I can't stand how ozone sends these stupid bungee cord pulleys. They do send the stuff for the Mateo steering, but yeah, I'm not going to be doing that anytime soon. I just wish that they would just go ahead and tie them into the lowest possible point on the pulley. So drop it down as far as you can, and that way I can push my brakes out to get more just center deflection and pull in for tip steering. The brake lines are way too long, but I do understand why they do that. Obviously it's safety reasons, especially on a wing like this where it's got a lot of reflex, a lot of trim speed. They want to give you more room for air. I can probably pull these brakes in quite a bit. As far as wing speed, it's definitely it's a speedy little fella. Let's go say what's up to the Eagles over here. Easily one of the faster wings I've flown. What's up, guys? Look at these guys, man. Easily one of the fastest wings I've flown that I'm properly loaded on. I think my Viper 5 was still faster, I'm guessing. Again, I'm not going to check the numbers, but I was extremely overweight on that wing. I do kind of like the new design some, but yeah. I could really care less, honestly. The old design was fine with me. I do like a little bit of a change. The main reason I like this newer design is because of the color on the bottom. Finally something other than white. The FreeRide 16 that I flew, the FreeRide 216 that I flew, it was definitely way spicier, but I was so overloaded. I think the cool thing is that this actually keeps a lot of the trim speed, a lot of the speed. She definitely carries way more speed. A lot more energy to bleed off. It does carry, it seems like it does carry more energy without ballooning than the original FreeRide. To what degree? I mean, I don't know. I flew my FreeRide 19 last night, the original, and did some swoop landings and everything. But it's hard to say how much of that's based on just pure extra speed of this wing, as opposed to just being able to carry extra energy, if that makes sense. One thing I'm a little concerned about is there's a red line on here. There's a white line and a red line on this riser, and I'm not sure if I can pull brakes or not. Let's go Google the owner's manual real quick. Where are the trimmers? Here we go. Did I? Oh, that was my receipt. Yeah. It was a Lowe's receipt. No one understands. But Major Tom's how the light commands. This is. Why would they put a red line on there and then not mention it in the manual? That's what I'm wondering. It says fully trimmed out. You can use brakes, but it doesn't say anything about a red line. Because there's a white and a red line. I don't feel like being a test pilot today, so I'll let someone else figure it out. Kind of curious to see how the wing reacts to a little bit of turbulence behind these trees at this level. I mean, I'm really familiar with my FreeRide 19, my original, so let's see how the 2 does. That's one of the things I love about my original wing, my FreeRide 19, is that I feel safe on that wing. Like, I've flown it all day in thermals, and I just know how it behaves. It doesn't have any crazy characteristics. And I'm properly loaded on it, which I'm properly loaded on this wing as well. I can say this wing is definitely faster at the same, in all the same settings, right? So here's a little bit of turbulence. So trim neutral, definitely it's up a little more altitude. The cool thing is it does not balloon at the same settings. I mean, I like it. I do like it. It's nice. Let's go carve around this tree right here. So directly into the turbulence there. And it does pretty good. It does feel a little bit more crisp and rigid than my original, in a way that like makes it feel like if it were to take a collapse, it would be way more pronounced. Whereas my other wing, it's a little more. I think it's a little more forgiving, almost like a lightly loaded wing. This one feels like it's like I'm heavy loaded on it, but I'm not. I'm properly loaded. I'm the same as my other FreeRide 19, right? So it just feels like I'm heavier loaded, whereas on my original it feels like I'm a little more lightly loaded. So all those characteristics you would come to expect from a lightly loaded wing is kind of what I expect from my original FreeRide 19. That's left to be determined what happens on this actual wing. I'm not going to go out and try and cause some collapses or anything, but I mean, flying behind direct rotor here, I don't know, it's probably a good 8-mile-an-hour breeze behind this, which is not terrible, you know, but it's enough to notice some differences here. Everyone saw me. Let's go see who this is over here. William Defoe. Whoa. She never gets old, brother. It never gets old. Woo-hoo, I'm moving now. Hole in the mail, buddy. Hole in the mail. Yes, sir. She's definitely crisp. I guess that's the best word I can use to describe it. If I were to use one word to compare it to the FreeRide 19 original, is crisp. She is crisp. Look at these two little cows fighting over here. Get it, get it, get it. I don't know. It feels pretty stable. Main reason I wanted to fly this because I did enjoy the FreeRide 2 16. Yeah, you see how the oscillation has built up? It's not terrible though. And I don't think it's building past that. Yeah, I don't know. I just wanted to fly it and see how much different it was when it's overloaded as opposed to being properly loaded. The Viper 5 is a great comparison. The Viper 5, I bought the 18 meter thinking that it would be the proper size because I'd flown the 16 Viper 4 and yeah, that wasn't the case. The Viper 5, don't get me wrong, I loved how it flew, overloaded, but once I flew the properly sized wing, the properly loaded Viper 5, I didn't really like it that much, especially for the way I fly. I'm not a big cross-country guy, and even if I am flying cross-countries, I'd rather be on my FreeRide 19. I just trust that wing in thermals and stuff. I don't know if that wing would replace that just yet. It does have all the same characteristics that I come to love in my original FreeRide 19, and they're all slightly improved, but I don't know at what expense are we giving up the passive safety. And I honestly just don't feel like being a test pilot currently. It does feel pretty solid, like the wind's picking up. It's getting pretty turbulent, and it feels pretty solid back here. and it feels good. I don't know if I trust it quite yet to get into thermals and stuff. Yeah, it does feel good. But yeah, like I think for me it's just I don't know. I'm not looking for that bleeding edge performance anymore. I think I'm still good with my original FreeRide 19 personally. Don't get me wrong, this is an awesome wing, but it's not enough of a change for me to want to buy it. Like I said, I'm not looking for that bleeding edge performance quite yet anymore. I like that my FreeRide 19 is proven safe for me. But that being said, like, you know, who knows? I don't know. I think if I had $4,500 just laying around, maybe I'd buy a wing, but I'm not really, I don't know. I guess one more note to make is the FreeRide original, like, it's a little more soft all the way through the pool. Whereas, I mean, relative, right? Relative, the brake feedback is a little more soft and linear, slightly, whereas this is very progressive. It's like, boom, wall, and then a little bit of movement does a lot. Which, you know, is nice. I can say that my arms are way more tired flying this than my FreeRide 19. Fuck yeah. Oh boy. I just got super excited. Oh man, that sun feels good. Just warmed right up. Yeah, buddy. Definitely does not like turbulence like the original.